Someone says 2016, December 21, we will have our pole shift. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But it doesn't really fall in tune with the blood moons, does it? No. And another thing is, the sun is completely dead. It's cooling off. Why is the sun cooling off? Because right now there is a tug of war between the brown dwarf and our sun. And that is reflecting on life on planet Earth. Because the sun's energy, which is supposed to reach us, is being sucked up by the brown dwarf. Therefore, the scientists say they are puzzled. They don't understand there's hardly any sunspots, and the sun is supposedly coming up on its solar maximum, and it's been more dead than they could possibly imagine. They are lying to you again. They keep lying all they can. And you believe them, don't you? The moon is off orbit. There's a fairly big ball up there, 1/4 of the size of Earth. I would call it fairly large. It's off orbit. Do you think there's something magnetic which is a little closer to us than the sun is to us, which is pulling? Yeah. When the Earth will stand still for a while, the Atlantic Ocean will face the passing planet. Because the most magnetic magma or mass on planet Earth is found in the Atlantic Ocean. So you know the game with the magnets you had on a table when you were a child, or you had physics in school, when you put south against south, boing, 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 they didn't want to, attach. North against north, boing, 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 the same, but north and south. That's the same going on up there. So when it comes up in between, Earth standing still, facing it, when it passes, it will flip the Earth with it. Get me? But when? I don't know. Climate chaos? Oh yeah. I believe that story. Because we already have climate chaos, people. We already have that. And that's why they're chemtrailing. To keep control. And that's why they terminated the Gulf Loop Current too. To maintain status quo. Because if they haven't done that, and if they didn't play with the weather, the master of the sky, the ruler of the sky is Lucifer. Ooh, so who gave these crazed scientists all the good ideas, to, play with the weather? Because he knows how to control it until the very last moment, where every attempt to maintain status quo, where they run to their dumps while you are left to fend for yourself. That is what's going to happen. They're going to keep going until there is nothing left they can do. But at that time, we already maybe had a World War III. And who cares about the weather when 1/3 of the planet, 2.5 billion, have been slaughtered in the name of Mahdi? New World Order. Mahdi. Yeah. You won't look to the sky. You run around on your knees, begging for food, begging for mercy. while a lot of you will have your heads cut off. Maybe me, I don't know. I don't know my destiny. But I do know one thing. I believe in my Father. I believe in what Jesus Christ told me. And that is, if I believe in Him, call upon His name, I shall be saved. That I believe in. I don't believe in a person, a man, coming on the scene, suddenly claiming with a peace treaty that he is the Messiah and he's going to take care of business. All you need to do is get a little chip and go along with the program. Is that what you want to believe in? I don't hope so, because then I won't meet you in heaven. Maybe I'm not going to heaven. Maybe I've been a bad boy. I don't know. But I do believe. None of us know for sure where we're ending up. But we were given a promise that if we believe in Him, we shall be saved. If we trust in Him 100% of His promise to us, that you should be given eternal life if you believe, if you trust, and don't go along with the program Mahdi is going to put on you, because that's not a good program. That's a very tyrannical program. That means if you step out of line, zip, your little microchip is turned off, and then you will starve to death. Maybe they will come and hunt you down to cut your head off. That's a possibility. It ain't worth trying, is it? What is so difficult for you? Isn't it better to live your life as there is a God who loves you and wants to take you to heaven and show Him all His splendors, than live a life and then die and find out you're facing the pit and He's looking at you and He's saying, I'm sorry, I told you, I promised you, but you would not accept it. So, I'm sorry, you cannot be here. Because at the moment you accept this chip, you're dead. You do know that, right? I'd rather starve to death, have my head cut off, or die by the sword to fight tyranny, which is obedience to God. Then I want to just, have a chip and live on borrowed time. Because it will be borrowed, because you're already dead. It's just a question of when He's gonna say, your time is up. It sounds harsh, but I believe that God have a very beautiful heaven, fantastically, beyond our wildest imagination. And I don't think, and if you look at yourself, would you like those neighbors over there, which the yard look like filth? Their home looks like filth. They act like filth. They talk like filth. They commit crime like filth. They may be even murdering people. Would you trust them to come over in your home? I don't think so. I think you will shut your windows. Be ready for that neighbor to come over and knock on your door